Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. Today I will be doing another casual sculpting using the iPad Pro, Apple Pencil, and Blender. So let's get started. I will move Blender into the iPad. So there is one click to do that. And I will be using the sculpt template. So let's quick test the performance. It's looking pretty good. So let's undo that. Yeah, what I'll be doing today, I will be sculpting. I'll try to sculpt this Daruma doll. And should be looking something like this, but this is actually the stylized version. I actually quite like this, especially this. You can just paint your own Daruma, paint the eyes. It's actually a really good exercise if you want to do this properly. Oh, this is kind of thing that I want to try to recreate. There is actually a Ghibli character, Studio Ghibli character of 3 heads. Name is KASHIRA. I think this one was actually based on Daruma. So the 3 heads. So I'll try to sculpt this somehow. So yeah, let's get started. Back into Blender file. Oops. Yeah, sculpting performance is pretty good. Let's try to zoom out. Okay. File, new, sculpting. We don't know where the front is. Maybe just use this. Okay, X. I'm gonna look at the reference. Let's try to sculpt this. Where do I start? I'm just gonna be using the push and pull. So that's the pull, and the push should be, is that the control? So yeah, that's the control for the push. And I actually already have the symmetry happening, so I will be taking that advantage of that. So undo everything, and I'll start by kind of sculpting the eyebrow. I mean, this character is not the most complex. It's actually something that should be pretty easy if you have like a Play-Doh. And you can always do this like symmetrically. Actually, it's a good idea to save. Just save it on the desktop for now. So yeah, right away, I mean, you quickly can see this is like the nose, even though this is like really quite a ugly kind of sculpt. At least this is like kind of fun and meditative. It doesn't have to be like perfectly amazing all the time, but you can always turn this into something that's real, you know, like really nice looking sculpt. I'm probably not the best sculptor out there. Actually, I'm probably pretty bad at this. Push, pull, and holding shift help you to smooth everything. So we kind of already starting to get the shape. Maybe at this point we can kind of push it in the, kind of flatten some area. Maybe the left and the side we can flatten. So let's find a tool that's flatten the side. While doing this, actually I'm not trying to use just the iPad. There is a keyboard, of course, and a mouse. Okay, this tool will flatten, and by default it's radius 50. Let's increase the radius, go to the side and see how well this thing can work for us. So I'm flattening the side. Whoop, yeah, it's already pretty flat now. Maybe flatten the back a little bit. I actually want to keep it a bit more rounded, but I think this is pretty good. Maybe flatten the bottom part, because this character is probably has been like, should be sitting down on a table, so it's the bottom part needs to be flat. No, it's a bit too flat, but I'm gonna pull it back. So sculpt it back, and then maybe smooth it. It's kind of nice if we are able to see from other side at the same time, and you can always do that, of course. Actually, this little screen here is pretty useful. Switch it to another 3D. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So you can always see it, okay, from the side, from other angle, while sculpting. File, save. Let's continue with this ugly looking Daruma. Smooth it a bit. Oh, let's make the radius around 50 again, and continue with our pushing and pulling of the sculpt. So kind of trying to get that eyebrow shape. Okay, that's pretty bad. So the eyebrow is actually quite interesting, that area, and try to make the cut there, because he has this angry eyebrow. And for the eyeballs, you can use a real sphere, but for now I will be just gonna pull the eyes back. So that's kind of making the Daruma. Actually the mouth. The mouth, I'll start with trying to get the shape of the lips. The lips actually goes in, but I'm gonna pull the lips first and then push it back in, holding control and push back. Yeah, this Daruma looking too happy. Gonna try to make the mustache. We don't want him to look too happy. Oh, made a mistake making him a little bit too happy now. Okay, let's make an ear of some sort. Ear, sculpting an ear from a ball is it's possible. I'm just testing the tools. So pushing the ear and pulling that area. Maybe make this part slightly bigger. And oh, that's pretty ugly shape. Basically trying to get the shape. Yeah, that's decent. The back part, we don't need to worry too much about the back part. um, I'm looking at the reference. I think the back part of this character, just think of it like the back of your head, and what you're gonna put at the back. Let's just trying to kind of make that kind of shape, and then pushing it, so that's kind of like the bone, the skeleton underneath. Okay, let's make this bigger. That's probably not how it should look like, but I guess that's all right for now. What I really like when sculpting like this, using like a stylus, or in this case the Apple Pencil, is you can quickly create this kind of hand drawn, or not hand drawn, like hand sculpt feel. Feels like it's been done by hand, not by computer. I know this is like, all right, that's not a new thing, but it's, for me, it's quite new. Okay, so I probably should add like at least a bit of detail with the bottom part of the mouth. I'm pretty sure you can do this better. So push around this area. That can really make the Daruma. There must be a way. So currently the character is pretty happy. I'm gonna make another version. I'm gonna try to pull the mouth down. There must be one here. Inflate, deflate, blow, crease, grab. Okay, grab, maybe grab. Oops, that's, if we are using grab, we need to be careful. I think that's too strong. Grab, snake, hook, thumb. What is thumb? Let's grab it, but using a bigger radius, and the strength. Let's try anyway. So grab is actually really good. This Daruma is very unhappy. Yep, that's a little bit better. The shape, the actual shape is like this. It's not too bad. I mean, not, that's definitely not the prettiest sculpt. So with the sculpting, there's actually a way you can do quick masking and things like that. I'm not gonna touch that for now. Let's see if I can just add a bit of quick detail. Actually, the area around the bottom part should be the mustache, the beard. Let's maybe use this. This tool is the craziest one. Seems to push and pull in a really brutal manner. Yeah. But I like this to add some kind of beard or hair. I don't know, I think it, not sure if that's the right way, but I found it to be, yeah, super useful. I think it's all right. Pretty happy with this file. Save. I'm gonna try to paint this character as well. So currently we are in the sculpting mode. If we go to shading, we can see the this guy in the kind of shaded, but we don't have any texture whatsoever. So in here, supposedly, a good way to go is actually go to the material tab here. Let me try doing it using the stylus. It's a bit crazy. On the base color there, create a new image texture and then create new. And now this guy have a surface. 1024 by 1024 pixel. File, save again. The texture must be this part is a bit tricky with the stylus. That's the texture. Okay, it's dark. And here we can go to the texture paint and start painting. We are in this mode. It's actually quite heavy for Blender. Maybe you want to work in this mode. You don't need to see this part too much, so just hide it. Yep. File, save, and let's try to do a bit of painting. Oh, it says missing UV. Okay, good. Go to object mode. Actually go to edit mode and then edit operator search. Let's do this. Smart UV. It's a quick way to get a UV. File, save, back to texture paint, and yeah, paint away. We don't see much of the option, but we should be able to see the color and things like that. Okay, I need to use the right mouse button here. I don't know how to do it using the stylus. Show tool setting. So we need that, and then I think we are fine with this. We want to get screen real estate as much as possible. And during the painting, we also want to have maybe symmetry on the X. Yep, things like that. So that's fun. This Daruma character normally is either red or green. In Studio Ghibli draw this as a green character, like a green goblin. I like this character to be red color. Okay, so first you're gonna fill it with the red color. How to get to the red color? Oh, it's here. There's a way to also save presets and things like that. I'm using mouse, I'm cheating. So I'm filling it with white color. Okay, now it's red color. Back to the brush. Give it a white color. So this is kind of like the character from Ghibli, but I'm giving it like totally like a mix. I'm mixing the Daruma with the Ghibli character. So that's what it is. Well, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. The white part should be just the eyeball. Okay, just now you can see a bit of lag, but then it's back. Give white color for the eyes and the beard, just black color. Just simple stuff, you know. If you're really new to Blender and sculpting, at the moment the left and the right is all symmetrical, at some point you don't want that. You don't want everything to be symmetrical. You want the character to have a bit of different. Actually, I don't like the character looking up. Delete that. Just paint a good dark black spot there on the eyes. Tap tap tap. And then we're gonna paint the around the face and maybe the lips. Maybe the character, maybe just need to paint the dark area. Oh, don't forget to save this. Okay, this is something that you will forget. If you need to save this time to time, because it's not saved right away. So image, save it on the desktop as untitled. Okay, let's go back. So that button, image, save, or Command S. Continue with this. We're just gonna paint the mustache with a brown or gray. I like that we have undo on the left side there. So thick black mustache also can be nice for this character, but the beard is really what makes this character. Is like a kind of like a crazy looking monk. I like this character in manga or books, history book. Kind of like a monk that really don't care about the look. Kind of like a really dirty looking monk. Don't care much. He just tried to be like a being. That's his philosophy. The eyes there might need a white dot. Make us really small radius. Give a white dot. Give it more life. It can be better, I know. Some kind of crazy Daruma character. Yeah, at this point you want to just paint more dark color. So keep it simple, I think, for now. I'm not gonna add too much detail, too much crazy detail. Maybe at this point you can, if you want to work more, just maybe darker color red and just paint around the area, like ear hole, the nose, under the eye, the eyebrow, the lips. Oops, that's okay. I think I'm gonna leave that kind of mistakes. Radius should be smaller. File, save. Don't forget to save the image. It should be auto save. There must be a way to auto save. Yeah, it's a pretty ugly sculpt, but I'm pretty happy with this. Maybe we can use the push and pull again, back to the sculpting. And in the sculpt, we can use a big one. Grab, radius, make it really big. Let's grab this back part. Try to reshape it. The ear, make it ear really big. It's good luck. So here on the small windows, you can always, instead of in the sculpt mode, you can switch to object mode and then give it a texture. There you go. Hide everything else. How to hide this thing? That's a quick sculpt of Daruma. I guess I will try to save it and export it as USDZ. But there you go. Just a quick sculpt using the iPad Pro, Apple Pencil, and Blender using the sidecar feature of macOS Catalina. Hopefully you enjoy this. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.